Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. And today I've got another auction house guide for you, but something a little bit different. I've got 10 rare cars that are currently sitting underneath 5 million credits. An absolute bargain to get some, because they will go up in price. So without further ado, let's rag it round these corners. I'm going to cue the intro. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. And to kickstart us off at number 1, we've got the beautiful sounding Lexus LFA, currently sitting at 1.775 million credits. An absolute bargain if you manage to find one at that price. Now, cast your mind back to Series 19 in summer. 50% completion, this car was made available, and it has come back 3 times since then, hence why it's no longer worth 20 million, and it's an absolute bargain sitting right now at 1.775 million. So if you see any Lexus LFAs going for cheap, be sure to grab yourself a few before they go back up in price. Moving on to our second spot, we've got the beautiful Ferrari Pista, currently sitting at 1.780 million credits. An absolute bargain for a beautiful bi-turbo V8 masterpiece. Now this car first came in Series 16 in summer, and it's come back 5 times since then, the latest time being Series 28, well, 1 month ago. Now it's currently sitting at 1.780 million credits, and once was a $20 million car. Be sure to grab yourself a few of these. The absolute beautiful sounding car, and it will go back up in price, hey. But there you go, a very cheap, affordable, rare car, 1.780 million, the Ferrari 488 Pista. Moving on to our third spot, we've got the Zenvo TSRS. Now this adaptive wing beauty is currently sitting at 1.372 million credits. A very, very cheap car, a very rare car. This car was made available once in Series 24 for the Headline Act Photo Challenge, then next in Series 28 for 50% season completion, and now is currently sitting at 1.372 million credits for it. For some reason it's never bounced back up in price, but it's a very rare car and it's very cheap. This 5.8 litre twin charged V8 sounds amazing. It has an adaptive wing. What more could you ask for? Moving on to our number 4 spot, we've got the beautiful Hulk Green 911 GT3 RS 2019 plate. Now this is currently listed for 1.374 million credits, and there's a few reasons for this. This car was made available in Series 1 for 154,000 points, Series 2, Series 7, Series 10, 13 and finally Series 18 in winter for the potent Porsche Championship. Now this is an absolute beautiful naturally aspirated F6 500 horsepower, don't even need to upgrade it, it sounds a beast. Now this is a very rare car that you can pick up for cheap if you manage to find one, and it's a good investment car as well, as you can click here to see my latest video on good investment guides. But moving on, this car is a beautiful car, and if you manage to find one for cheap, be sure to buy. Taking our number 5 spot is the beautiful Maserati Jibble, currently sitting at 404,000 credits. Absolute peanuts for a rare car. Now this car was made available first in Series 10, then it was made available in Series 18, 25, 26 and currently this season Series 29 in autumn, last Thursday. Now this car will appreciate in value and it will skyrocket to over 10 million credits in the coming months. So if you're watching this guide, be sure to grab this car while it's cheap. It's a very rare car and it's very super affordable. Oh, and trust me mate, it's fucking quick as well. Jesus Christ! Moving on. At number 6, we've got my personal favourite car, the Mercedes-Benz E63 S. Now this bat out of hell is currently sitting at 2.215 million credits and once was a $20 million car. It's a very cheap, beautiful supercar, a very rare car as well. It was first made available in Series 8 in spring for 704,000 points, then again in Series 14, Series 24 and Series 28 in the winter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a very good investment car as well. It's currently sitting at 2 million credits and will skyrocket back up to maximum buyout price of 20 million credits in a couple more months. And before the money, listen to that 5.5 litre twin supercharged demon absolutely skyrocket. Oh, what a machine! Moving on. Moving on to our 7th spot, we've got the Koenigsegg CC GT. Now this naturally aspirated V8 rear-wheel drive, is currently sitting at 1.403 million credits. A good, great investment car. A very cheap, rare car. Now this car was made available for free in Series 15, 50% season completion, and then in Series 17, Series 20, 21, and finally in 25 in winter. And for that reason the price has depreciated heavily and is now only worth 1 million credits. But hey, it's a cheap, rare car, and if you sit on it for a while, I'm sure it'll go back up in value. At 7, the Koenigsegg CC GT. Moving on. Taking our 8th spot, we've got the Atal Designzaruno, currently sitting at 1.774 million credits. Well, if an Audi R8 and a Lamborghini Huracan had a baby, this is exactly what it would look like. Now this 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10 was first made available in Series 13, in Series 15, 20, 23, and finally Series 28 for the Hyperspace Express Championship. It's a really good investment car, sitting under 2 million credits. It's bound to go back up in price in a couple more months. It's a very rare car, sitting for a very low price. So at number 8, we've got the Atal Designzaruno. Moving on. Oh darling, should we go for a drive in the beautiful convertible Ferrari Portofino? Why not? Well yes babes, it does have a 3.9 twin turbocharged V8 pushing 591 horsepower, but it is rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive, you say? Yes, rear-wheel drive. Is that a problem, honey? Ugh. Now boys, at number 9 at our spot, we've got the beautiful Ferrari Portofino. Now this thing is currently sitting at 2.819 million credits. Now that is an absolute bargain for a car that has only been made available to get once for 600. You heard that? You heard that? You heard that right? 600 Forza-thon points, and you can get it again by doing a photographic challenge, by photographing 600 cars or something like that. But for 2.819 million credits, that's an absolute bargain of a price, and if you see this car anywhere on the auction house going for that cheap, be sure to grab it. It's a beautiful rare car and it could be yours for peanuts. Moving on. Now moving on to 10th on our list, we've got the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro, currently sitting at 2.147 million credits. And now this 7 litre naturally aspirated V12 rear-wheel drive is an absolute bargain to buy for that price. This has always been a 20 million credit car, and now that it's going for so cheap, 2.147 million, you'd be a fool to pass up on the opportunity. A very rare car that has only been made available 3 times to get. Series 19 in winter, Series 26 in autumn, and finally Series 29 last Thursday for 80% completion. And it's an absolute screamer. Be sure to pick yourself up a few, because this is a great investment car. And look at it. Why wouldn't you want this? It's beautiful. Moving on. Last but certainly not least, we've got the beautiful Apollo IE. Now this thing is currently sitting at 2.147 million credits. An absolute bargain if you manage to buy one. Now bear in mind, it does have a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12 with 780 bhp. Can you imagine the downside of this car? It's rear-wheel drive. Whoa, I'm already losing control. But for 2.147 million credits, you cannot go wrong. Number 1, it's a great investment car. Number 2, it's a very rare car. So if you see any of these on the auction house, be sure... Where are you going? I've got 780 horsepower. Did you not just hear me read out the stats? Be sure to grab yourself a few. And with that, that's today's video concluded. I hope you enjoy. If you did, you don't have to leave a like, you don't have to subscribe, but I hope this guide helps you out. I hope it helps you grab a few rare cars for cheap. And hey, I hope you enjoy these community designs that the boys make for me. They're absolutely astonishing. And until then, drop a gear, cuz, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Yeah.